Yeah, hello fans. Thank you for always being here. I brought this video here based on request. Some persons were just asking, please ma, how can I get the pink tie tutorials? I want to register. Please ma, are you having a personal class for it? Okay, it is here now. Actually, I used it for training, but I saw that there was a demand for it from you people, and I love you so much. I don't want to deny you anything, so for that reason I brought it here. So if this is your first time being here, please don't forget to subscribe, and then this video is going to be in two parts, part 1 and 2. Ensure you watch both the part 1 and part 2 for better understanding. Is that okay? So welcome to class. So let's just go to the main reason why we are here. All right, let's start with the pleat. So for me to achieve the gele, I actually have to pleat, and in doing the pleat I have to fold the tie as if I'm folding it for an all-round gele. You know how we fold the all-round gele, just folding everything. But because this is not an all-round gele, I'm only going to start from the bottom to fold it like I'm folding an all-round gele. So assuming I joined, let me say five pieces of ashoke now, the part I'll be folding like I'm folding an all-round gele might be up to 3 or 3.5. So the remaining part that I will not fold is the part I'll be using to create the fan. So when I fold to a part where I feel my height should start. So when I get to that part, the next thing I will do is I'll find a way to slant the gele. That is, I'll make it unequal. The easiest way I normally use is to take a little bit from the top, and then I'll fold bigger parts from the bottom. Immediately the ashoke will become unequal, or it will become slanted. So once I get the slant, I will now begin to fold it equally. You can see the slant now. So at this very point, I will shift the tie to the ear. The position where it is now is almost like maybe at the middle of the dummy's head, because I want the gele to flow from neck to neck. I'm not going to move it to the neck. No, yes, to the neck, or let me say to the ear. Just like you can see now. When I move it there, I will use my needle and thread to secure it to that part. If you watch my videos, especially on auto gele, you will find out that I always have this material on my dummy. Okay, this because the dummy is not a pinnable dummy, you understand. So but I need to have a part where I can actually pin, use needle to hold something to. So for me to be able to do that, I usually put the suede on it. Please ensure that the suede is not the one that is fading, or what's the right word? I think fading is the right word. Something that can now stain your work. All right. So after pinning it to that part where the neck, I will rearrange it. The first arrangement I have did not scatter. It's just that in the process of trying to secure it to the dummy head, you understand, it will look like it's a little bit scattered. But for me to get what I'm doing right, I need to rearrange it. And you see where my hand is there. If you watch carefully, I do not remove my hands completely from what I am doing, because if I do, I will lose the shape of the gele. Creating fan require, I don't know how to really explain, but it has some principles you need to follow. See where I'm guiding. So one, that part you must fold it equally. So if, for instance, you start your first fold with 1 inch, or let's say 1.5 inch, you must continue with that 1.5 inch. If you start folding anyhow, as in you are irregular with what you are folding, the fan will not stand. As much as possible, though you cannot get exact measurement because you are not measuring to fold, but at least you ensure that where you are resting on, where you can see my hand on this, you ensure, you try that one should not be bigger than the other. Your folding should almost be the same, and your ability to slant it always will give you the fan. All right, there's another method you can actually use. If you can tie gele, then you can, if this method I'm using is hard for you, then I will advise that you tie your gele completely, then you cut it to do your auto gele. Is that okay? So now for me to move, this is what I do. I must come back and pleat it from beginning, straighten every part that is squeezed together, straighten it, then I will have the basis to move. It will not be comfortable for me to move. But if you do not straighten and you just decide to move, you will find this unsmooth movement in your work, which might not really be too good for your work. Is that okay? So as much as possible, anytime you are moving, you must smoothen your foldings before you do that. I'm actually taking my time to explain this because so many persons complain. Some of you have my WhatsApp number, so you send me your work. Madam, the top could not stand. I have tried it before. I have done this. So I'm taking my time to explain. Please, if you try it and it did not stand, remember, there's this saying that Rome wasn't built in a day. Lose it and repeat it, please. Is that okay? Lose it and repeat it. All right. So I will continue with this process that you can see, just folding. And remember, I said I'm going to be creating a half fan. It's going to be half. You get me? So now you can see the gele is long. So it will not be possible for me to fold everything completely into this particular style that I'm creating. Therefore, I will need to come up with an idea of how to stop this gele where I want. So you see where I'm holding now, I will simply fold it down. Do you get me? I don't need to get to the final finishing before I will fold down. So I will just get to a point. You can see now my curve is coming forward. It's like I shifted the pleat forward. This is to enable me,
so that's my school of
end
thought.
it where
Instead of
at the
it not
point
to be
where
enough,
I want.
let
Of course,
it be.
I'm going to
So
straighten
you
it
can work with 10,
back on top of the fan.
and you see the
If
way
not, it's going
I
to like
am folding
scatter
it.
it. So I will surely
I just
straighten it
place
back.
it
But you can see the way
in
I
it,
just
and then
systematically
I'll
take
wrap
the
it
part
through.
I need there to end it. Is that
So
okay?
when you wrap it
Because
through,
if you are not
you
systematic
can
in
simply
doing
use
that, you will be
your
thinking I
needle
need to
and
finish the
thread
gele.
to
When you think you will
hold it
need to
down.
finish the gele,
But if
then
you feel
something must have gone wrong
that will be
with your
time
pattern
wasting,
or the style
you
you are
can
trying to
just
achieve.
use
So what I'm trying to
your
lay
odd view
emphasis on is that
as you
it
wrap
is
it.
not
So which
compulsory
means like
that you
the beginning
finish
part,
the gele.
you can
So at
just
this point,
start with
I
odd
have a
glue,
piece of
wrap
this
it,
fabric,
and then the
the
ending
ashoke,
you
that I will be using
conclude it with
as
hot
a
glue.
belt.
So this is
It's
how
just
it
a
will look.
style,
Now,
you understand?
if you don't
It's
want to
not
do the
different from the
ruffles, you
half
can just
gele you normally
fold
do.
the remaining
It's not
parts
different,
down
but at
and
least you
fix
know
it on the
when you
base,
improvise some kind of
or
things,
you can
it
just
adds
twist
beauty to
the
what you are
remaining
doing.
part
So
down
I'm just using a
and
piece
fix
of
it
this
on
gele
the
now
base.
to
But in
tie,
case you want to do the
just to
ruffles,
wrap it,
this is how
create a
I did
design,
my
you
ruffles.
understand?
So I
And on
told
that
you
part
I had
now,
enough
if you
length.
really like to do
So I
something
started
excess,
by
you can actually
lifting
embellish
it
the belt.
up.
So I'm just using it to create a
So I'll
belt,
start pleating
you
it
understand? So
against
when I wrap it
the
now to
side
create the
I
belt,
started with.
it is either I
Another
wrap it
method you can do
very
this
tight
easily,
using
just
hot
that the
glue,
ruffles will be
but
different,
if I
is
choose
that
not
you
to
can
use hot
just
glue,
range
I
that
can as
end,
well
range the end
comfortably use
straight,
a
like you
needle
don't
and
want to
thread
make the
to
ruffles. After
tack it
ranging it
together,
complete,
or
then you
better
fold it
still,
into
I can
two
use
and take it
both.
backwards.
That
So
is,
that one, your ruffles
I
might
can
not
decide
really come
to
out like
glue
the
using
way
my
the
hot
one I'm
glue.
doing now will, but
Later,
usually
I'll just
it's
use the
also
needle and thread
cool.
to
It's also
hold
beautiful
one
if
or
you
two
do it that
parts
way.
together,
So I'll just keep
and it will be perfect.
folding
So you
this
can see
backward.
where
I'll just keep
I have stopped.
folding it
So
backward.
I will be doing the part 2 of this video. So search for it and watch it if you are interested in the complete video. So that will be all for this particular one. Do have a nice day.